They found it.
All right, so you got something, or should we? The next thing I got on my list, I got NBA. But what was you got? Some topics
I remember because last one you just said you wanted to touch on the Kevin Hart special.
Oh, for sure. I got that written down too. Kevin Hart special. I liked it. I need to go back and watch it one more time, but I do like it. I can see why people are not a fan of the comedy he's putting out.
I can see too.
But because I mean, a lot of it's gonna be the same content. It's gonna be the same things. He's gonna talk about his family. He's gonna talk about his wife, his kids,
his friends,
ex-wife, his friends, whatever. And that's fine by me.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't look at comedy as a topic thing. I don't care about what you talk about. Is it funny?
Yeah. I like to hear stories.
Also,
Kevin Hart is
he's so
anecdote.
Fucking interesting.
Like he's gonna tell you about his life.
Yeah.
He's not gonna write specific jokes to try to get you to laugh, like on some knock knock who's there type shit. He's just gonna tell you some stories that's happening in his life, current shit, past shit, and his delivery. And
I'm gonna say this funny. Though, where I'm gonna give him a lot of credit is to do something like that in the middle of this pandemic is fucking lit. Like that shit is amazing.
The
to do it at your house, to build a stage probably in his backyard.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Like because I was listening to the you said the that probably actually, I'm almost positive it happened, but I'm pretty sure some jokes are exaggerated, but that probably actually happened.
Yeah.
Like he probably went to Seinfeld's house and was like, oh, these motherfuckers is lit over this brick oven pizza.
I think he said it wasn't Seinfeld, but he said that Seinfeld just sounded funnier. But he went over to somebody's house to have brick oven pizza and made him want to get brick oven pizza.
It makes more sense.
And that nigga actually gave the crowd brick oven pizza.
That shit's fucking lit, yo.
Hell yeah. I was like,
nah, he's fucking lit. And he's always been an inspiration to me, yo. He's always been a fucking inspiration. He's always been an inspiration.
That was my idol.
Yeah.
That's my idol for sure. Like Kevin Hart was my idol.
Yes. Still. Like, I mean, to me, still. Like I can't give you so much love as like as a kid and then not give it as an adult because like I said, like there are a few famous people that kind of shaped my life and we can touch that on the Fresh Prince shit. Like nigga, like those two, Kevin Hart and Will Smith, like they already have their own connection, but like just for me personally, what those two people meant in my life, specifically for maybe comedy or maybe just how I talk, how I present myself, all of that shit.
Kevin Hart for sure.
Will Smith, but like for sure. Yeah. So
I ain't gonna hold you. My mom went into I feel like she went into it to judge, to critique, to find something wrong. Because she was like, immediately we start like this was my second time watching this, her first time. Immediately she was like, I think that's dubbed in. That can't be the actual audience. There's not that many people. It can't be that much laughter. I'm like, damn, nigga. Like
I can see why she says that. But at the same time,
it's like
that's a lot of production. So there's probably what I have to assume is there's probably like microphones around.
That's what I was trying to tell her. There was microphones set up to them, and who's to know that we can't see that there's more out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think there were because I feel like
I can't say that there was or wasn't. Maybe a few, I don't know, but it's just I was just like, my nigga, like just watch,
relax, bro. Just
like,
relax, just watch it and appreciate it.
Just digest, like
and trying to critique. That's what I've had to like also realize about like comedy too. Is like you can't go into it with an expectation.
Nah, you just gotta take it for face value.
Yeah, go into it just open-minded more so.
Yeah, I wasn't like super excited
to pressed or
to see it. Of course, I'm gonna watch it because it's Kevin Hart, and I ended up like I fuck with it. Is it one of my favorites? No, but it's good.
It's good.
It was well, because I always say like on the totem pole is the one that he did at the stadium.
What now?
There we go. Yeah, that shit was on. I know you like that shit.
I fucking love it.
But
I love that fucking stand up.
That shit's on the bottom of the totem pole.
I fucking love it.
But I think it just because at that point it just got super cheesy. At that point it got super corny, super cheesy. So everything was just like But I really like how he attacked the audience. Mm-hmm. Like I love that. Like going straight at down, like fuck you guys. Like you guys made me this way. I don't like where we are in this era and what we're doing in today's time. Everybody fucking has a camera and everybody's recording shit and everything is cancel culture and anything he does is potential cancel. Like even after the shit dropped, there was a things talking about child protective services because he was talking about his daughter's a hoe. Like that they were gonna get child protective services involved. I'm like, what the fuck?
My daughter out there sucking dick. I'm calling her a hoe too,
nigga. I was like,
a hoe's a hoe,
bro. Why?
A hoe's a hoe.
Are we in this? I don't understand.
A hoe's a hoe,
for sure.
Whether it's your daughter or not,
for sure.
Whether it's your mom or not, a hoe's a hoe. Yeah.
You look like a duck, quack like a duck.
What is it? Aflac.
What can you say? It's probably a bitch. It's probably a bitch.
All right, so we can check that off. What's going on? What's next? What you got? Talk to me.
I don't know. We could go to the Fresh Prince shit because we'll get into sports.
Fresh Prince reunion. Fuck, emotional for me. That's all I can say. For me, very emotional.
Did you
very fucking? No, I didn't cry.
Oh,
no,
okay,
but if there was ever a moment where I could cry, I did feel it. I felt like I was like, oh, I can cry at this moment, but I was like, I'm not going to.
Why? Why not?
When they start talking about Uncle Phil, like I felt that shit.
But why didn't you cry? Why don't you just let it go?
I don't know. I don't really have it in me. I really don't have it in me. Because I'm only gonna cry like if I can't hold it back. Like if I can hold it back, I'm not gonna cry. My eyes really didn't even get like watery like that. But I felt it. Like if I went there mentally, if I was trying to go there, I could have cried like easily. But that Uncle Phil shit hit. When they were talking about Uncle Phil, oh fuck, and get chills thinking about it. But like that shit hit.
That's why I really. And that's the thing too. I didn't get to come over this whole week.
Yeah, we were so fucking busy. You did come over, but even then, that one time you came over,
I did, huh? But yeah,
we left. We were at the house and then we left. Yeah,
we fucking cut. But I still haven't watched it, and it's like I still need to watch it.
Nah, I'll say this. So maybe you can give your opinion maybe next week or something. But I will say the Fresh Prince reunion was very nice. They brought the old Aunt Viv back, and they publicized the conversation that Will and her had together. Very, very. Very, very inspiring because like I said, like that what that show meant to me as a kid. I was a fan of it before it was ever on like Nick at Night because that was the only way I could see it was on Nick at Night. But my dad had like this cassette tape where he pre-recorded like
episodes.
No, more so like funny moments. Like if there's like a YouTube compilation, but he had it on a cassette tape. Yeah,
that's dedication.
No, is it not cassette?
VHS.
On VHS. Cassette.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. So to be like, but I remember watching this shit, putting in the VCR and watching like these moments and being like, oh shit, like that shit's funny.
You were captivated as a kid.
As a kid. And then when it came on Nick at Night, because it came on when we were young, like we was in elementary school when that shit came on. Yeah. And that shit stayed on for a long time. It stayed on Nick at Night for like a long time, for mad years. So even going back and watching it, and then once it was off Nick at Night, like you might get an episode or two here and there, like midnight to like 1 a.m. Like you get 2 episodes because remember like George Lopez kind of took over. But once it was like just Fresh Prince, oh my, like that's all. Like I didn't give a fuck what it was. I just wanted to watch Fresh Prince. And then once it was gone, me and Devin would like go on YouTube and just watch these fucking clips. My dad, I have all 6 seasons on DVD at my dad's. Yeah, at my dad's house. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's dedication for sure. Yeah, because I'm telling you what, crazy. Like so. From once I first saw it, from that point on, probably until like middle school to high school, maybe even high school. Like I'm almost like I don't know. Let me say the end of high school. I could pinpoint like certain things in my life where I just wanted to be like Will in a sense. Yeah. Whether it's the shoes, whether it's the outfits, the kicks, the way I talk, certain things I say, like. Fucking jokes that I might even use. I might have stole directly from the show. I'm almost positive. No, I'm not even gonna say I stole them jokes from the show. I don't give a fuck. I'm proud to say it. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck who judges. I'm pretty sure everybody did it. But that's what I'm saying. Like I wanted to be Will Smith from the Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying? But then also like watching that and falling in love with Will Smith as like the actor. And I was like, oh shit, like now every movie, like you know, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people our age have probably not seen 7 Degrees of Separation. He played a gay dude. It's like his first role.
Yeah, no, I don't even know that movie.
See what I'm saying?
I don't even know.
I
never heard of it.
Exactly. It's like his first role. He's played a gay dude. Kind of like Mark Wahlberg. A lot of people don't know that Mark Wahlberg. I think it's called Boogie Nights. Played a gay guy. It's neither here nor there. It's really neither here nor there. But yeah, so like watching that, seeing like Karen Parsons, Tatiana Ali, you know, I cannot think of OG and Viv, but you know, Alfonso Ribeiro.
I just heard
Will Smith, Jazz, and shit like that.
I heard a piece of that conversation, and it just sounded extremely mature and very insightful,
very mature,
and very honest and open.
Yep.
And I heard because I didn't see it, but you know, her breaking down voice and Will getting cracky voice, and it was just very emotional.
Because in what she was going through during that time period, because you like really don't know.
A mother and then being in an abusive relationship.
Because that season 3, when she's pregnant, she's legit pregnant. Yeah. They wrote that in. They had to write that into the script.
And that's what was that where little Nikki came from?
That's how we got Nikki. Yeah. But you got to think season 4 came and. Like, nigga, like, now Nikki's here, but it's a whole different mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why, and a lot of people don't know, but like, and they even touch on when they break down, when, like, Fresh Prince was one of the first shows to really break the fourth wall in TV. And if a lot of people don't know what breaking the fourth wall is, it's kind of having that interaction between the actor and the crowd. So there are scenes in which Will Smith might look at the camera like, nigga, like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So there's the very first episode of season 4, when it's a new Aunt Viv, she's holding baby Nikki, Jazz walks in and she goes, he like kind of just looks at her like he's looking at her, like looking at her hella weird. And he was like, I don't know, Aunt Viv, there's something new about you. Or there's something different about you. And then Will's holding baby Nikki. He kind of just looks at the camera, like looks up at the camera and is like, yeah, nigga, like fucking hilarious. And then when they go through
it's like the blueprint, they laid the blueprint down.
They did. Like, now they for a lot of shit, but they do it earlier than that. I was just pinpointing like that first episode from season 4, because also Kyla has never really seen it straight through. So once HBO Max came out, we got HBO Max. Literally, it was sit down and watch Fresh Prince. Like that was how we ended our night.
Type shit.
That's how we end our night. I mean, we go in the night watching TV, so it's like, all right, and it's no commercials, 22 minutes. Literally, we go through it. It's 6 seasons and it's 22 episodes a season. So it's like, just go straight through. Like, and so she's never really seen it. So rewatching it straight through, you know, you miss some shit, you pick up on some shit. Like I've seen every episode. So when they go back and they touch on the last episode, when that, you know, that meme when he's just standing in the living room and it's empty. They show like behind the scenes camera angles, like that aren't from the take. Like there's another camera
behind the scenes type.
Yeah, but if you watch that scene,
the camera of the camera.
Yeah, so if you watch that scene, Will walks out. Like once Uncle Phil walks out, it's just Will standing there, and once he exits, he turns off the light. And Carlton comes running down and was like, hey, who turned off the lights? And then it goes back to Will Smith, and Will Smith is standing right where the kitchen is. And he's like, I'm going to miss you, see? He's like, I'm going to miss you too, see? That was the line. But they show him as that is happening, he walks off and like rubs his face because he's crying, like rubs his face and then comes back and finishes the line. But like that shit is fucking emotional to me too, because I'm already knowing like, nigga, you pull up to this place that you've been here for 6 years in a row, 22 episodes, like nigga, that's a lot of fucking time you spend on this show and with these people. Jazz talks about that episode because he's in the episode. He says literally once his last scene, he said there's a scene where he walks out the back because he comes and picks something up from Will, walks out the back. He said he literally walked out the back, walked to his dressing room, got his shit, went to the airport and flew home because he didn't want to finish the scene. That's how emotional it was.
Damn.
Bro, I'm getting chills thinking about it because like I said, that show meant something to me. And I'm not even really old. I wasn't old enough in which, you know, where it was on. You know, I only went back and watched it. It was my dad's favorite show. He passed that shit on to me. Bro, that shit was emotional. Watching that shit, I was like, fuck, that shit hurts. But then finally being able to like watch it and they replay some of those scenes and seeing Kyla being able to like relate, that was cool to me too. Because like now it's like my girlfriend can relate to some shit that I grew up on and shit means so much to me. Yeah, bro, that shit was fucking lit.
I wish I had a ties to a TV show like that. I feel like any tie I had to a TV show was on some like Rugrats or fucking like I don't know, just some kid shit.
Yeah.
I didn't have no ties like that. But as far as you saying like being influenced with how you talk and how you act and shit, that was Kevin Hart to me, and Kane Carter was like.
But yeah, but I was
hugely.
But to like piggyback on that is like I can trace back to even like those individuals, you know, like you putting me on Kane Carter, like I can go back and think of ways that like in which maybe my thought process from Kane, I get certain thought processes from Kane, a certain when I see certain theories or certain feelings or shit like that. Kevin Hart, the same thing. I can go back and look at his comedy and be like, oh shit, like I was a fan of this, you know, because I was a fan of his before he really got popping. I was a fan from the first special,
Grown Little Man.
Grown Little Man, and that's where it started for me. And a lot of people really didn't know him like that, because I remember watching the Shaq Comedy Jam, watching the Shaq Comedy Jam, and then going from there, like the All-Star Comedy Jam, and then like seeing that, like
that nigga is fucking. So damn nigga hitting the camera and shit, nigga. So might want to pass the stapler, but when you pass it, make sure there's staples in it, or else I won't be able to staple anything.
Bro, but we was in that Avid class together. We used to do this shit all the time to each other.
That shit was hilarious.
But we used to do this shit all the time in that class, yo. That shit, yeah.
I really need to revisit Seriously Funny, because I remember that being the funniest shit I had ever seen at the time, and since then I haven't like really touched on it.
The thing about Kevin Hart that makes him so fucking great, and I think he might not even get the credit he deserves, or maybe he gets too much credit. I don't know. He's this big ass superstar, obviously the biggest, one of the most famous people in the world, like for sure, easily identifiable. He's up there. He's kind of entered that like
superstardom.
He could almost have like a
A+ list.
He could almost have like a one word name. He could almost be like a person who has like a one word name who we kind of know: LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Drake, Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different people, these icons, Birdman. But they just happen to be, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, you hear these names or something like that, Beyonce. like Beyonce, you know, whatever. Like he could almost have a one word, but because he's like an actor and a comedian, you have to have that name is it's solidified. Kevin Hart, yeah. And what he means to like just what he meant to me growing up too, like I fuck with Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Will Smith, obviously. I know we kind of ventured off, but Seriously Funny. Seriously Funny shaped like Seriously Funny, and then I'm a grown little man, Seriously Funny. Them shit shaped comedy for me. Because I was always a fan of Cat Williams before Kevin Hart or Eddie.
Okay.
Cat Williams probably means a little more to me. I mean, Eddie means more to me than probably anybody. I'll say that. That's Raw. People love Delirious, but I love Raw. I fucking love Raw.
Raw is Purple Suit?
The second special.
Okay.
Delirious is the red suit.
Okay.
Raw is the second special.
Okay. See, I don't know either one of those enough to like quote them.
Oh my god.
Or like not to quote them, because I could quote. I think the red suit.
Delirious.
I think.
Give me a joke and I'll tell you which one it's from.
We talking about Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Nancy?
Fuck.
His mom or his?
I just had it all in my head, and now it's like.
Was it Aunt Bunny?
No. I don't know. Now trying to think of shit, everything I can.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We don't have to touch on it. We have to touch on it. Yeah. Fuck, bro. Like I said, like I'm pretty sure you can say Kevin Hart really like that nigga means something to me. So touching on like just Will Smith and Kevin Hart, like that nigga means something to me. And kind of like these newer comedians now, like I know Cat Williams really meant something to me too, because I was a fan of his before he was my first introduction to comedy, really. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen something prior to that, but I'm saying like as far as I can date back,
I think me too.
He was like my first intro to comedy. Yeah.
Remember watching Pimpin'.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm way before that. I remember going to Blockbuster and getting It's Pimpin' on DVD after it came out and watching it with my dad. Me and my dad were on the floor when that shit came out.
That's what I just said. It's Pimpin'.
No, I'm saying, but before that though,
like what was before It's Pimpin'?
Pimp Chronicles.
Maybe that's what I'm talking about.
American Hustle.
I don't fucking know, Terrin. I don't know the names, but I fucking just remember seeing the nigga on the screen with the. No.
Green suit?
With the was that the green suit?
No, nigga with the hair, nigga. That's like Catpocalypse. That came out in like 20.
Jesus Christ, Dan! I don't fucking know Cat Williams like that. I'm so sorry.
Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Shit.
Go ahead. My bad. I interrupted your point.
But I was a kid, and yes, that was like the earliest of stand-up like comedy that I was introduced to. Cat Williams.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Hart came.
Yeah, then came Kevin Hart. Because I found Eddie after Kevin Hart too.
Okay.
I don't remember
when Eddie came to me.
I remember watching Delirious, loving it, watching Raw, and it's filmed. I don't like the way Raw is filmed. Mm-hmm. But I remember starting to watch Raw, and I was like, nigga, this is trash. I turned it off. Whoa. Then it was on Netflix, and I was like a sophomore I think it was like a junior in high school. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest stand-up I've ever seen in my life. Ever. I think that is the greatest stand-up. That's my favorite stand-up ever. It's not even close.
Oh, wait. It wasn't Nancy. It was Lillian.
But he ends both specials imitating his father. Like, that's a thing for him.
Okay.
But also, I love when comedians... We probably gone probably too long on this, but I'm saying, like, I love when comedians just... when they kind of get to this point to where they can talk, and it's no longer them telling jokes. It's them talking. I fucking love when that.
So intriguing and enticing,
but I feel like Eddie
captivating.
Didn't even, and I feel like Eddie kind of did that, but he didn't even earn that. He just did it, and that was Eddie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He didn't have
Chappelle has earned the right to just talk.
He was just you're right. He just came.
That was his type of comedy. He's so fucking naturally funny. He saved Saturday Night Live,
and like
at 18.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
to think of.
Saved it.
That's very crazy. That's so young.
So fucking young.
Saved it. Those are his only 2 specials.
And 2. That's kind of the whole Biggie thing where it's like, nigga, I kind of got it. I kind of edged the GOAT thing because it's like you did way more with way less.
Yeah.
Like the Tupac versus Biggie thing. I'm like, nigga, he gave us 2 albums. He wasn't even alive for the second one. And he's looked at like the fucking GOAT. Like to me, we don't have to really get into it, but I'm saying like
2 stand-up specials. And Kevin Hart still couldn't even
touch the box office.
Yeah.
But that was
in the 80s?
86.
Like
86 to be exact.
Crazy.
Delirious was 83, Raw is 86.
As big as Kevin Hart is, he couldn't.
He was short. He fell short. It was close, but it wasn't. He
did not get it.
It wasn't that close though.
And he won't get it because if it wasn't, no one will ever. Yeah, if it wasn't with that,
but also.
Let me explain. It wasn't gonna happen.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think that he didn't hit it because we're in the age, and during that time period we were in the age of like people weren't bootlegging shit back then. Like when Eddie was doing that, like you had to go to the box office and pay for that shit. We couldn't get it maybe on streaming platforms. We couldn't steal it. We couldn't.
I see that. The piracy.
But I don't know if piracy is that, if it can hit that difference. I'm gonna find out what that difference is, and I'll touch back with you. I'll see. We'll find out what the difference is.
Have a quick Google.
But I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know either.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
Fuck it.
Maybe.
Whatever. We talked about this for a long time. Move on.